Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. I'm here today to tell you that basically everyone has been wrong about Golden Reaper for as long as I can remember. They've been wrong about her, and even more wrong as of this year, as of the last 6 or so months. I think they have been completely wrong about Golden Reaper. A lot of you have her in your vault, and for a lot of you, not late game players really, but for early and certainly mid game players, this is a champion you should absolutely be taking out of your vault and considering building depending on some of your teams. Now, this is like I guess it's a two-step process, really. This is a two-step process. There's also like a prologue. So the prologue is what you're probably expecting, which is her actual toolkit here, right? Her A1 has a 50% chance when booked to decrease the cooldown of a random skill. Her A2 is an AoE decrease attack. That's the prologue. That's not what I'm talking about in today's video. Of course, she also has this at the speed boost and turn meter fill on her A3. These things make her really good for Hydra, okay? She's a great speed booster for Hydra because of that. But that's the prologue. That's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. We want to go through a two-step process instead. What are we figuring out? And basically, if I hop out of here really fast, one of the big questions that people are asking, one of the big arguments made against Golden Reaper is, look, you get Haikatoon, right? You get Haikatoon as a speed booster really early on in the game, a month into playing. What does she have? 15% turn meter fill, 30% increased speed, and you have her for free a month in. You can also pull a rare champion, right? Apothecary, he is a rare. What does he have? 30% increased speed, 15% turn meter boost, again on a 3-turn cooldown. He's just a rare, so you often get him very early on. So the point that is often brought up is, by the time you actually get Golden Reaper, she's a Void Epic, harder to get. What's the point of building her? Is that 5% turn meter actually that big of a deal? And the answer to that, of course, is no, not really, right? As I said in the prologue stuff, she's better for Hydra than those champions, but it's not really, the turn meter extra 5% is not enough to make a difference. What is enough to make a difference then? What is the first main argument here? And here's the point, guys. The point, very simply, is her stats. Look at this speed, 111 base speed. This, for Arena, is absolutely enormous. This is absolutely enormous, guys, because what it comes down to actually is very simple. Is not only is she faster than Haikatoon is 104 speed, Apothecary is 106. Not only is she faster than them, guys, she's actually faster than Arbiter, right? Arbiter is 110 speed. So here's how it works, right? If you take the exact same gear that you have on Arbiter and you put it onto your Golden Reaper, she is going to be 1 speed faster. She's going to be 1 speed faster, so you'll get 1 speed in the arena. That's part one of the argument. That's not super exciting. What is more exciting, and when I said 2022, is if we go into our Guardian ring, we go into our faction Guardians, yours might look a bit like mine once you're into the mid game. I actually don't have any duplicate high elves, right? So this bonus speed over here is locked. Let me tell you what is not locked, though. If I go into Knight Revenant, and conveniently here she is with a duplicate of her at the end, due to the Faction Guardian ring, and I filled up my epic Knight Revenant Faction Guardians, I have an extra +6 speed on Golden Reaper. So what does this mean when we put it all together? What it means, very simply, is that Golden Reaper is not just 1 speed faster than Arbiter, she is actually 7 speed faster than Arbiter. It makes a pretty big difference, right? So if we put this into an arena calculator, I've talked about this sort of thing in my arena videos as well. So we have the Arbiter speed aura. We're going to be bringing in Arbiter and Golden Reaper into 2 sorts of teams. Let me go to this one first, sorry. So Arbiter as our fastest champion. For me, my Arbiter is 334 speed, which gives her an actual speed, when we include everything, of 366.5. Then for speed tuning the rest of our team, Golden Reaper next, War Mother, this would be Gaius in next, just to give you a sample example on the speeds they would need to be speed tuned with this. When we compare it then to our Golden Reaper comes in. Again, we have the Arbiter speed aura. Arbiter is in slot 1, but I put now my fastest gear on Golden Reaper, and she is 7 speed faster, right? So she comes out at actually 374.25, then Arbiter would need to be 266, and then War Mother or Gaius, the Gleeful, right, would be 202 speed. But the big difference is this, the calculated speed, when it actually comes down to it, in terms of winning the speed race, it just matters about who goes first. And then you need to hit the other speeds on your team so that all of your team takes a go one after another, right? So the speed tuning, that part, the speeds you need also change. But in terms of just going first, by switching that gear from my Arbiter to Golden Reaper, I go from having 366.5 speed versus whoever their fastest champion is, and whoever goes first wins with this double speed team. I go from 366.5 up to 374.2. And that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. If my team is built to simply, if we go first, we win, and I've speed tuned them in tandem with each other, all I really care about is hitting that highest speed possible. So look, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. That's almost a max roll of a 6-star glyph on your Arbiter that you didn't have before if you're running a double speed team like this. And double speed teams obviously have, they're not amazing later in the game, but this is a pretty cool example of something that you might run. So Golden Reaper, speed, turn meter fills, speed boosts. Arbiter, turn meter fills, increases attack. And then Gaius the Gleeful puts them all to sleep and put bombs on them. And that's like a pretty solid team to start to potentially win. You could obviously put in like an increased accuracy champion as well in there. You could put in a really, really slow nuker because they're asleep after Gaius takes a turn anyway. There's a ton of different stuff you could do, but this gives you a basis. This gives you a basis for it. And guys, let me invite you. I'm going to show you how I would build Golden Reaper then, just in general as well. But yeah, if you like the video, guys, give it a like, subscribe. You can join the channel as well if you want. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up here. So yeah, joining the channel is like a Twitch sub, right? So you can help me out and all that sort of stuff. In terms of how I build Golden Reaper, basically what I'm doing at the moment is that I'm not running that double speed team right now, but I might rejig mine when I get Gaius and build him up. I'm just a bit too limited on my champions for that at the moment. But I've basically got her in my Swift Parry gear that I'm going to be glyphing up when I actually get some glyphs. And I'm going to have 2 really good speed sets. And either I will run her with Arbiter, or maybe I'll run her in a second team with like a Lord Shazar and a Gaius or something like that. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do, but it's opening up so many options because of that base speed. So you just want to give her in as much speed gear as you can, right? Build up some of her defenses. For her masteries, mine isn't fully mastered. This is how I would build her so that she's also pretty useful for Hydra as well. Shield Breaker doesn't matter, you can kind of give her whatever, but just going down this way, get her Life Drinker, and then go down to War Master. That's going to be good for Hydra. And then in the support tree, you really just want to get her Lore of Steel. Then I think Cycle of Magic's really good for Hydra. And then for Hydra, I'm going to give her Lasting Gifts, and I'm going to give her Master Hexer. So her increased speed lasts longer, her decreased attack lasts longer. With her A1, she can be decreasing the cooldown potentially of like Geomancer Burns, Royal Guard Slams, Ugo block buffs, whatever it happens to be, she can do that stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm building her. And that's sort of my plan going forward. She's really good at revenge accessories as well. Gets counterattacks in, potentially decreases an ally's skill. Fantastic stuff. So there you go, guys. Golden Reaper. I also want to give a huge shout out. This was partially inspired by Chofly. Yeah, Chofly Chosen. He did this top 10 fastest champions. And let me show you this as well. And in terms of Golden Reaper and late game, right? For your late game, Golden Reaper, hilariously, until you finish, the fastest champions are these 3: Lady Kimmy, Blind Seer, and Mother Cybele. They're 115 speed. Sifi's 114. So until you actually empower these legendaries or get your faction guardians to empower their speeds, Golden Reaper is actually faster. When you include faction guardians, she goes up to 117, so she's actually 2 speed faster than everyone else. I do think that Lady Kimmy, it's worth giving up a couple of speed for Lady Kimmy, just because of the stuff that she does, especially if you're running them with something like Gaius. Lady Kimmy, because she also gives you increased accuracy as well, and if she can place block buffs, she can actually potentially push their turn meter back as well. But again, in terms of that ultimate speed, in terms of going first, until you empower Lady Kimmy or give her faction guardians, hilariously, Golden Reaper, with her 111 base speed and being an epic, Golden Reaper is actually faster. So is Steel Skull, but Steel Skull's not really going to do anything for you in Arena. So there you go, guys. Fun stuff, huh? Fun stuff. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.